about it, you guys really should go into it and research it. Oh God, Stanley, I hope I don't. Guys, welcome to Uncover Paranormal with Blair. Are you guys ready to know the topic? Before I tell you the topic, for those of you just joining in, paranormal, by the way, I'm dead. We're going in and we are uncovering stuff that is scientifically unproven. It can't be proven scientifically. It can't be understood scientifically. So it's anything that has to do with clairvoyance and telekinesis. I know I just have a little Halloween playlist going on for you guys. Let me know if the music is too loud or too not loud. So just let me know that because I am trying to figure out a good volume for tonight. I have a amazing guest. He claims he's spooky. It's whatever. I didn't think he was spooky, but I'm excited to see if maybe he really is spooky. And our topic tonight is super scary. Our topic tonight is a topic that you guys have been wanting me to do, black-eyed children. We are going over black-eyed children tonight. I've been paranoid all night because of this. I tried to put it in the back of my head so that I didn't think about it. And you guys have been requesting this one since I started even doing this series. So I thought, you know, what better way to kick off Halloween week than to go over the scariest thing I think that I've ever heard of, black-eyed children, that I personally, I do believe in. I do believe that it's possible that these exist, and the stories are terrifying. So before we go into the stories, I want to invite our special guest, Choff, into the box. So Choff, if you can request in. Our special guest tonight is a very, very cool guy. He says he's spooky. Hello.
I am spooky.
You are spooky?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. I gotta turn you up really fast because I can't hear you.
Not as spooky as you though, Blair. And I mean that in the most positive way.
Oh, I'm spooky?
Clearly.
Oh my God, thank you so much. I appreciate
Yes.
that. High compliment right there. I'm so glad.
It is a compliment.
Good. That I'm on brand.
Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
it so much.
So on brand. We love it.
Okay. So I definitely did the introduction a little backwards, but have you heard of black-eyed children before?
I mean, I've seen the concept in like films, and I couldn't tell you which film, but I know I've seen the concept in films before. But I've never encountered one, and I truthfully didn't even know they were real. I don't know if they're real. Are they real?
I think so. I've been looking up stories and hearing stories of these guys for a hot minute now. Actually, the black-eyed children, funny enough, is the first story that I really got into because after like a whole year of Haley not letting me take her to scary movies because I scared the crap out of her after a night, we finally got back into the hole in YouTube of like scary, like creepypasta type things, and Black-eyed Children was the one that stuck out to me the most. And once we started like listening to Black-eyed Children, like podcasts and stuff like that, a lot of weird stuff started happening in her house at the time.
No way.
And speaking of, when I was getting everything transferred over to the iPad today, I immediately, like, once I was like reading into the Black-eyed Children, like the articles and stuff that I was getting to transfer over, I immediately couldn't breathe this morning. I was like my chest just started to tighten, and it just got really weird for a little there. And I was like, am I okay? I'm okay. It was very strange. So with that being said, let's get into it, shall we?
Now I'm like nervous if we should even be talking about this.
I'm scared because Haley said that she read somewhere, which I couldn't find this anywhere, but she read somewhere that they can climb your house, like scale your house and tap on your window to try to come in. And I'm in the upmost part of the house. Like, I see the window right there, and I'm like, please don't do it. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm out. So if you see me, like, look up there, I see a face, I'm out. Like, I'm just saying.
If you run off during the show, we'll know why.
You'll know why. This is the one time that I might not power through.
That's atrocious.
For those of you who are just stopping in, hi, this is Uncover Paranormal with Blair. I have my special guest, Chuff, right here in the box. He might actually be here. Am I pointing to the right spot?
Other side.
Other side. He's way over
Yeah.
here. Okay, then I need to
Yeah.
go. So we are going over Black-Eyed Children tonight, guys. If you have not heard of Black-Eyed Children, you guys are going to learn tonight, and we are going to figure out if Chuff believes in them.
I've heard of the Black-Eyed Peas, but I've never heard of the Black-Eyed Children.
I'm dead. Oh my God.
They were better when Fergie was with them, by the way. I just gotta put that out there.
I agree with that.
We don't have to get into it, but
we're in agreement there. We're good.
Love it.
Okay. So for those of you really fast who don't know what the paranormal is, if you're just coming in here, if you're like, what is this stream? Oh my God, who is this girl? Paranormal, in a great definition, is literally just uncovering anything that science can't prove or understand. So that's what we're going to do tonight with the Black-Eyed Children. I've got some really cool pictures that might give you nightmares forever.
Sick. I'm in my bed, so that's exactly what I need before I snuggle into it, is some nightmare material.
That's what you need. That's exactly what you need.
Yes.
All right, guys. So, in a sense, Black-Eyed Children are supposedly, they're not human. They were never human. And people don't really know the definition exactly of them. This is the cool part, is that this is still up in the air. The first sighting, like the first real sighting of a Black-Eyed child was supposedly in 1996, but they also date back to 1950, 1960. I could not find any stories or sightings from 1950 or 1960, so I don't know how factual that is. But 1996 was the first real sighting with a real story that actually ended up getting publicized, and they put it on a TV show and a movie, which they did make a movie out of the Black-Eyed Children as well, based on this first story. So really cool fun fact about Black-Eyed Children is that when they come up to your door, whether it be your car door or your house door, they can't come in unless you let them in. So a lot of people believe that they're sort of like vampires, because in a sense, like, they don't have permanent black eyes. Actually, all of the sightings that I read 10 stories, and all of them were the same when they said that when they first encountered these children, they didn't have black eyes at all. They were dressed out of the norm. They weren't dressed like normal children in today's world would be dressed. They were dressed like from the 1900s type of attire, like the early 1900s. And they didn't have black eyes, but the minute that you made them mad or denied them, their eyes would turn black.
Whoa, shut up.
So a lot of people think that that's why they think that, it's a vampire, because, vampires, from all the stories and all the shows, you can't let a vampire in. The vampires can't come into your house and let you let them in. These Black-Eyed Children can't come into your house unless you let them in.
Right.
So they also don't turn into Black-Eyed Children until they get like mad, which, vampires, when they're mad or they're hungry, they do the little, thing. So that's why a lot of people think that they are of a vampire background, but a lot of people also just think that they're just demons, which is also possible. And I think that's kind of that would be more factual maybe than vampires, because there's no, like, none of them have bit anybody or tried to suck anyone's blood from the accounts. They're just really creepy. So we're going to go into some stories of Black-Eyed Children for you. If that's not creepy enough to know what they are and where they originated from, the stories will be. So yeah, these little hitchhiking kids basically were first sighted in, it's in Texas, Abilene, I believe I'm saying that right. Abilene, Texas. And basically a man saw them. His last name is Bethel. Brian Bethel is his name, and that's the guy that actually inspired the movie and the shows that got produced about the Black-Eyed Children. So Brian Bethel allegedly encountered Black-Eyed Children in Abilene, Texas in 1996. He claims that a second person also was there and had seen the Black-Eyed Children that he saw. But basically what happened was he was in his car and, just kind of chilling. Whenever you get in your car and you're kind of, getting ready to leave, but you're not quite leaving, he was doing that. And then someone tapped on his door, on his window, and it was a boy and what looked like to be his younger brother. They were both kids, and so they asked Bethel, you know, we don't have our money, we don't have our parents with us, and we want to watch this movie that's in. Can you drive us back home and then bring us back to the movies? And so Bethel immediately upon like undoing his window said that he felt a like a dark heavy presence, and he felt immediate fear, which is very very similar across all the stories, that they immediately feel fear upon like seeing the black-eyed children. So whenever he, unrolled his little window and he was talking to them, as he was trying to explain to the kids, the movie that you wanted to see is already started. It'll be over by the time that. Wait, really fast. How do you turn the sound off on the gifts? Is that a thing that I can do?
I don't think so.
Dang it. Okay. Plus sign. There we go. Thank you, Chris. Okay.
Oh, I'm just kidding. You can.
It is a thing. Thank you guys. So upon these kids basically trying to tell this guy, like, please just take us home, like we just need to get our money, they got angrier and angrier and angrier as the dude was just saying, like, no, I really don't want to take you to your house. I'm so sorry. So he rolled up his window and he tried to leave, and they just got angry, and supposedly that was his first encounter with the black-eyed children. Now, there's a lot of stories circulating around, especially after that time, after he came out with his kind of little story about seeing them, about similar instances. There's a lot of stories that I've seen similar, that people are in their car and they try to leave. The black-eyed children will scratch the car and get really mad until, like, you're away, and then they'll follow you. Haley actually found a story for me, because this was not a story I was going to add into this, but Haley had one and I was like, wait, let me see that. So apparently at some point in time, a girl was going back home from work, gets in her car, same thing happens, where the black-eyed children came up to the car and they scared her, so she rolled up the window and she tried to go away. Well, apparently they followed her to her house, so she didn't let them in the house. They got really mad. They'd tap on the windows, they'd knock on the doors, they'd scratch, they'd get really mad, then they'd leave. And then she'd go out to her car, they'd be there again, and they just kept following her. And so basically, everything in her life started, like, kind of falling apart. So they they just followed her until her life started falling apart. Her family members started passing away. Her husband left her. She had a baby, and then the baby passed away. It just, like, everything bad. And that's a common too. A lot of people have said that after encounters with these black-eyed children, really, really, really bad things happen to them. Like, their health declines, people around them die. They're a very bad omen, yes. And so when that happens, a lot of people have reported getting, like, terminal diseases and stuff like that, coincidentally around the same time as these black-eyed children have visited them. The story that I like, that is my favorite, that scares all the daylights out of me, is the story that I saw on YouTube. This was the first story I've heard of the black-eyed children, and a woman basically was in the middle of a blizzard with her husband in her house, and the black-eyed children came up, knocked on the door, and she said upon like, looking out the door, there was no one there. There was just little footsteps in the snow. And so she said upon opening the door the second time, she got a big feeling, like, overwhelming feeling of fear. But she saw the kids. She felt really bad. They said, our parents will be here soon. And, just that they wanted to come inside to get warm, to call their parents. So she let them in, because she felt bad. And once she let them in, they sat on the couch. She gave them hot cocoa. And then they went to the bathroom, came back. And as soon as they came back from the bathroom, her husband's nose started bleeding, like, profusely. And they said, our parents are here now. And then they left the house. They were never to be seen again, but her husband, from, like, several months after that encounter, was diagnosed with terminal cancer, passed away. And then she was having a lot of health problems as well. She didn't go into her health problems, but she had a lot of similar health problems as well shortly after that visit. and she believes that all of it's in conjunction with those children visiting her house.
Jeez.
Yeah.
This is
So
terrifying.
they're very terrifying. And a couple more terrifying facts before I let everyone hear your take on this.
They're like demon children.
They are demon children. By the way, guys, if you don't know what we're talking about black-eyed children, aka the demon child. Yes, they are demon children. This is Uncover Paranormal with Blair Woods. We are going through that. This is my guest, Chuff, and we are going through the spookiest of spooky this Halloween week. I want to show you guys pictures, but I want to tell you guys really fast something really scary that I found out about black-eyed children tonight that I'm very much not okay with. So I found out tonight that, of course, you know, they come up to your door, they knock on your door, they try to get in, and you have to let them in. If you don't let them in, they go crazy. They start scratching at your door. They try to follow you, and this goes for your car, your house. The worst part about it is they come during Halloween for the most part because it's the easiest way to get into houses because people think that they're just dressed up for Halloween. And the only people that ever have encounters with black-eyed children are people who already know they exist. So you all are welcome. I heard about that today and I was like, oh no, oh no.
I almost feel like you're responsible if this happens to us now.
I'm not. I am not responsible. You keep your doors locked. You don't let them in. You guys know. I warned you. I warned you.
Did she though? Did she warn us, or did she did she plant the seed so the black-eyed children tree could grow?
Listen. If you see some whack children coming up to your doorstep with black eyes, just close your door. Just close it. I was saying. Actually,
Easy.
there was another story, and this is a short story, but basically a Marine near that area of Texas had his door knocked on, and he immediately got the feeling like he didn't want to answer it, but he answered it anyways. It was the black-eyed children. He noticed they had pitch black eyes, and he got the overwhelming feeling to slam the door, but he felt really bad because they were children, and that's what they do. They make you feel bad because they're children. So you're just like, do I help them? Do I not? They're scary. Oh my God, you live in the country. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to show you guys some scary pictures. Granted, these aren't pictures from like the occurrences. No one has those. No one has them on record, which is why this is up for debate as if they're real or not. But these are basically edited pictures that the people who have encounters black-eyed children have edited and put out for us to see what they look like. And so they're a little different. Each of them is a little different, but they're each equally terrifying. So without further ado, these are the first three.
Whoa.
Little magnificent beings. Oh yeah. Welcome to Uncover Paranormal with Blair, guys. Showing you guys all the black-eyed children tonight. You're not gonna sleep. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna cry.
That face. Just wait for this one. This one's my favorite. This one was the one that I was like, I don't like it, but I have to show everybody.
Ooh,
apparently that's what they look like before their eyes turn black.
Nope.
That is a no from me, and it sounds like a no from Chop. Guys, if you don't know what we're doing right now, this is Uncover Paranormal with Blair. I'm going over black-eyed children. I'm showing you guys the scariest pictures of them. We've got Chop right up here. He is our guest for tonight, and I've got 2 more pictures to show you guys.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So now the fun part. Chop, do you believe that these are real, and are you going to sleep tonight?
Ooh, that's a compound question there. Do I think they're real? I want to say no, but the way I got like the goosebumps down my arms when you showed me the photos, Um, that made me and then question my judgment, I guess. My thing is, and I hope no one takes offense to this, but I'm genuinely afraid of children to begin with.
Me too.
Just normal children really freak me out. Not because they're not, they're great and they're innocent and whatever, but more so, I get freaked out because it's like they're unpredictable, right? Like children are just like, you know, 1 minute they're smiling at you, the next minute they're drawn underwater with a permanent marker. And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
And so when I think about children in like the paranormal sense or like the supernatural world, I think of it as like almost like an undeveloped spirit in a way, kind of like a ghost that hasn't matured, if you will.
Yeah.
And I don't know if is that exactly essentially what they are, kind of?
They when you research them, every site that I have read says that they're not human. So they were never
Yeah.
kids. Which is even more freaky because the fact that something unhuman wants to take like form and in a child's body is disturbing and scary. Because like you said, children are already scary and unpredictable enough.
Well, when you say it like that, then this actually makes a little bit more sense to me because, I mean, think about if you were like a demon force trying to like get something out of humans, right?
Right.
Of course, infiltrating a child's body is going to be like a good way to go about it because people have a soft spot for children, right?
Absolutely.
Like like if you see a child, like if I see an old man crying on the street, maybe I'll ask him if he needs help or something. But if I see a child alone crying on the street, I'm gonna rush over. I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, how can I help you? How do I find your parents? Like, people are very apt to help children and they want to go above and beyond for the youth. um and when I think about that, when I think about the fact that like an evil spirit or an evil force or whatever, presuming that they are evil, might have some sort of malicious intentions towards like humans, the thought of them infiltrating a child's body to go about acting on that it not only makes sense, but it's a lot to take in. It's a heavy concept.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do I believe in it? Well, I guess now that we know about it, maybe maybe that'll change. I mean, you
Maybe.
said knowing about it is like the first thing.
Yep. For those of you just joining in, this is Uncover Paranormal with Blair. We've got a special guest, Choff, right in here. And basically, what I have just done is uncovered black eyed children. And now that you guys all know what they are, they might come see you at night. You're welcome.
Oh,
Happy Halloween.
and as far as the nightmare thing, I'm an imagery guy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just you showing that photo to me, that could have been. You could have drew that photo, and just seeing it, I'm like, oh, I don't know. But
You know?
it's a lot to unpack. Okay, it's a lot to unpack here. Um,
Oh, yeah.
it makes more sense that they would exist than not. And yes, now I'm gonna have double the nightmares for that. So thank you. But it makes sense. Like, if you got something, if you're from the other side and you have something you want to get across to the humans, the children, are how you do it.
Well,
I'm
I think
freaked out about it, but it makes sense.
too. Yeah. So like when you see like stories of possession, a lot of times more than not, it's the children being possessed or it's the children being talked to because they know that, these children are vulnerable.
Hmm.
And that's who they target. And they know also that, adults don't necessarily, not all of us believe all of it. So going and, you know, taking over a child form to try and infiltrate someone's house
Yeah.
and try to go in and, wreck it all up, I feel like that's a great way to do it. Like you said, that is the best way to do it. If you were a demon spawn and that's like what you wanted to do, that was your job, I guess, per se.
Yeah,
Like,
children's brains are just so much more malleable too, like people can, I mean, obviously, we were all children at one time. You're a product of your environment. I mean, they say if a child grows up like in a pack of wolves, like they're gonna become a wolf. But if they grow up in a pack of sheep, they're gonna become a sheep. So it's like when you think about how that might translate to the supernatural world, I don't, mm, ah, mm, I'm freaked out a little bit, Blair Woods. I'm freaked out just a little bit.
I think the scariest parts in all the stories were the bad things that happened to the people when they encountered them, no matter if they let them in the house or not. That was the worst part for me.
So I guess my question for you would be, you get a knock on the window. It's a black-eyed child.
I'm out.
What's your next move?
I'm out. Setting the house on fire and I'm moving. What's your next move?
I would probably, I mean, if I'm being totally honest, I think hiding under the covers in my bed pretty much is like my safe zone. So I would probably just go straight to my bed and just hide under the covers. I don't know what else I could do.
If we're being honest, that's probably my go-to.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, because I already had all this stuff done. So I've been sitting on this for a couple days now. And last night was a little weird. So when I was in my bed last night trying to sleep, I like literally was just like under the covers, just like, nope, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to look because Haley she just moved in, so she doesn't have any curtains, anything covering her windows. So it's just all out in the open. And I don't like windows to begin with. So I was very freaked out because I was like, these children are going to come up and tap on the window and be like, I know you know about me. Like, hi.
Do you think barbed wire would help? Like if you had barbed wire at the bottom of your window, will that keep them away, or they're immune to it?
They're demons. So, like, I feel like nothing really hurts them,
It's true.
They're paranormal people.
I feel like these children probably walk among us, don't they?
I don't want to think about that. Now I don't want to think about that. Why did you have
You're
to say
like
that?
you're like at the mall, right? And then you look over and there's like a kid smiling at you and you look away for a second and you look back and then
No, no. That would be so One Missed Call. I don't know if you guys ever remember that movie. That's one of my favorite movies. It did something like that. It didn't necessarily do the black-eyed children thing, but it did the children that had the black eyes, and it did that. That she was just chilling in a scene, looks over, it's a normal child, and then all of a sudden, chew, blacked out eyes and the big smile, and you're just like, no, 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 thank you. Why is everything creepier when it's a kid too? Like,
because it's less predictable.
True.
Children are less predictable. That's why.
True.
So
they're very scary.
So do you think this is where the Black Eyed Peas got their name?
God, I hope not. I hope that's not their shtick.
I've got so many questions now. Oh my gosh.
I thought about that though today too, because I also had all the questions. When you Google black-eyed children, Black Eyed Peas comes up first because of obvious reasons.
Because SEO is a thing.
Yeah. So you get that. And I was actually thinking about that too. I was like, well, black-eyed peas are actually like a vegetable, but also.
Well, someone had to come up with that. The black-eyed thing makes, like, without context, it makes no sense. So it's like, maybe there was like a pea farm where these black-eyed children kept popping up on. And that's not how it came to be.
They did say that there was, accounts from the 50s that I couldn't find, but they did say that they existed. They just weren't on the internet.
That's so interesting when you think about like, it's the effect on time that it would have.
Scary, very scary.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to be thinking about this for a year now.
Absolutely, until you come across one, and then you're not going to be thinking about it much longer after that.
This makes me really not want to have children.
I was already there, but yes, this is definitely extra. Like I just don't.
Yeah, I've been there too, but this makes me want to go get fixed tomorrow.
I will say, if I did ever have kids, because I am the type of person that I do enjoy scaring people occasionally. If you guys can't tell, I have this show, Uncover Paranormal with Blair Woods. I'm sending you guys home tonight with nightmares of the black-eyed children with chocolate. So that's my favorite thing to do is to scare people. It's funny. But I think if I ever did have kids, I would get like kid-proof, like safe, like black contacts and do their makeup a little scary and put the contacts in and have them go door to door on Halloween and be like trick or treat with like their black eyes.
You are begging for these black-eyed children to visit you, Blair. Blair and Normal.
I am not. I was sitting in the living room and the dogs kept barking when Haley wasn't home, and I was like, I just know that I'm gonna look over there. I'm gonna look over there right now, and there's not gonna be anything there. But I just know I'm gonna look over again, and there's gonna be something in the window, and I'm gonna lose it. I'm not gonna be able to do the show tonight because the black-eyed children are gonna eat me first.
So, do the black-eyed children have anything to do with the brown-eyed girl?
I don't think so.
No.
No, I think because the black-eyed children have completely blacked out eyes. You saw.
Right. I'm trying to. Here's what I'm trying. I'm trying to piece this concept together with other pieces of culture. If you can't tell, I'm trying to make sense of it. This is how I make sense of things. I see how it's reflected in culture.
You're choosing the scientific approach. You're trying to make it unparanormal and to understand it. I see.
I don't know if I'd call it the scientific approach, but I'm trying to make it the cultural approach.
Something.
So.
Also, for those of you who just came in and were not aware, black-eyed children, they're not always all black-eyed. At first, when they're trying to be sweet and lure you in, they look like this. Just take that in.
See, that doesn't look too sweet and luring to me.
Not when it's smiling like that, but I feel like if maybe she's one of those, like if she didn't smile, she might be cute, you know?
With the eyes, though?
If she didn't smile, she might just have one of those little smoky-eyed, crazy hair looks, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
I also really enjoy the whole family of them.
You're my black-eyed child.
Oh my god.
Do you remember when? That's what I'm gonna do. If a black-eyed child comes to my window tonight, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sing that song.
Was there just a reflection in your window? Because I feel like I just saw someone in your window.
Oh. That makes me think of Hawthorne Heights. I'm outside of your window.
Oh no. Oh
with
no.
my radio. I don't know though. I will say my window's a little bit dirty and it's kind of making me feel like I have people looking in at me.
Did I make you uncomfortable?
Yes. Yes. I've been uncomfortable since 11:05 when you started explaining this.
I'm sorry. Oh my god, I love it. For those of you also just joining, this is Uncover Paranormal with Blair. We've got Choff in the box up here as my guest. We are uncovering black-eyed children. I'm giving Choff the nightmare of the century for him, as well as you guys, because for those of you who don't know what black-eyed children are, they're basically demonic little kids that come up and ruin your life. And the only people they like to come up and ruin lives for are the people who know about them. And they really like to do it on Halloween. So happy Halloween week, everybody. I hope black-eyed children doesn't come and get you.
I'm going to get a black cat. I think black cats make you immune to black-eyed children.
I have a black cat, and I would say probably not.
They probably would like it. They like cats, don't they?
Yeah, and black cats are spooky, so they probably enjoy that.
There's got to be like a Krabby Patty secret formula on how to get rid of these things.
I didn't see one. It seems like when they visit you and they have their sights set on you, like that's it. That is it for you, regardless of if you open your door and you let them in or not. It seems like that is it. Once they see you and they know that you know about them, they're just like, "Hi, we're here to ruin your life."
I have a sword, like, 2 of them, like big swords.
I saw those. I don't think that'll help you though.
There's
I
nothing
feel like
that I can do, huh?
if you're a demon and someone comes at you with a sword, how mad are you gonna be on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, you're a demon, so
Like, you're
0.
already pretty mad. You're a demon.
Yeah, I'd say 0. I don't think you're gonna be any more or less mad because there's not really anything that'll happen.
Well, I mean, I would still be kind of upset. I would be like, you're really trying to get rid of, like, you think that you can get rid of me with a sword? Because, they're immortal. So, like,
Ugh.
can't get rid of them. Maybe if you set them on
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
have nightmares, and I'm so not sorry, but thankful that you are getting a little freaked out by this because we're all in this together, guys. I've been freaked out for 2 days now straight, and if I have to be freaked out this Halloween season, you guys have to as well. I'm bringing you guys in with me. We're all going down together.
I'm gonna need to meditate this fear out of me tonight before I go to bed.
Oh my gosh, you will have to. But the last question I have for you, Choff, is
Yes.
what are you going to be this Halloween?
Oh, for my costume?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So I'm always like the same 2 things. I like switch back and forth.
Okay.
But I almost don't want to say because I'm supposed to be doing a Halloween stream like this weekend.
Well, you don't have to say it, but I know what I'm going to be for Halloween.
What are you gonna be?
I'm going to be a black-eyed child, for sure.
Shut up, really?
I'm small enough. I could get away with it. I got the pigtails.
I was a cassette tape
Yeah.
last year, and I kind of want to do it again. It was really good. I think I might actually. If you go to my profile, I know they're on my Instagram. It's at HeyChoff, but I think they might be in my profile as well. I think there's a picture in there of that. It was a great costume. I DJ'd this party that had like this boombox in front of me, and it was like the same color that I was, and I was the cassette tape. Get it? It was like so. It was just so like meant to be.
I love it for you. I personally am going to dress up as a black-eyed child and go door to door and say hello to everybody.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think if anything were gonna scare away a black-eyed child, or at least make them not want to kill me, it would be music. So I'm happy to be, an agent of positive change there.
Well, I'll let you believe that. And when they visit you, let me know if it works.
La 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 la. La 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 la. I can't hear you, Blair. Normal.
Well, you still heard it. So,
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for like opening this whole window of my brain that I didn't know needed to exist, and now it does.
oh my goodness, absolutely. For those of you just joining in, our special guest Choff, I'm giving him plenty of nightmares. I'm giving you guys all the nightmares. I'm Blair Woods. This is Uncover Paranormal with Blair Woods. We're discussing black-eyed children. I want to give you guys a last look at them before we kind of close out. So like
So scary.
these kids aren't that bad,
Aren't that bad. Look at those demon humans.
They're not that bad, but this one, I gotta say, this one is the scariest of them all. This one is the one where I'm just like, no. This one I could have lived my whole life without seeing, and you guys probably also could have lived your whole life without seeing, but of course, I had to show you guys her. We're not gonna assume gender, but I'm gonna say her. Good scary stuff. It does
Cheekbone, yeah, the cheekbones.
corn. Actually, I wonder if Children of the Corn was kind of derived from black-eyed children. Because, they're creepy.
Blair, I might need emotional support from you when these children come to haunt me.
Well, you know how to reach me. Just let me know. I don't know how to get rid of them. I just know when they come and what not to do. That's all I got.
I'm crying myself to sleep today. All right, thank you, Blair.
Welcome. Thank you so much for being on Uncover Paranormal, Chop. I am going to go ahead and let you go and try to get some non-nightmarish sleep. I want to know from you guys in the comments if you guys believe in the black-eyed children now, because I think I got Choff believing.
I'm in on the trick now. It's not good.
Not good.
Scared.
Oh
Freaking
my
out. All right, updates to come. I'll let you know if I have nightmares. Love you, Blair
Thank
Woods.
you so much, Choff. Do you guys believe in the black-eyed children? Do you guys believe that they could be demons? What do you guys believe that they are? Tell me all about it. Thank you, Choff. Guys, if you guys have not favorited Choff yet, most of you probably already have. Please do, though. Please favorite him. Don't forget to visit his show as well. I don't, because I am one. Are you black-eyed child? I don't think I've ever seen your eyes go black. I've known you for what, 2 years now? They might be shapeshifters. That was also an idea that I had, but I couldn't find that anywhere, that they were shapeshifters. Just that they were very close to demons and vampires. If you guys have an idea that you want me to go over, by the way, in the show, or if you guys want to be on the show, you guys can find me at the Blair Woods on Instagram, and just message me saying, hey, this is so-and-so from Meet Me. Give me your username on Meet Me, and just let me know that you want to be on the show if that's something that you're interested in, or if you just have a topic that you guys want me to go over in the Uncover Paranormal with Blair Woods show. We can definitely discuss that and go over that. 2 years of tricks. I am dead. So I need to know, because a few of you still have not answered profusely yet in its entirety. Do you guys believe black-eyed children are real? Thank you, Joe. Do you guys believe black-eyed children are going to come visit you now? By the way, I am not responsible if they come visit you. I'm going ahead and I'm putting that one out there. I am not responsible. I hope not. Wouldn't it be the scariest thing if you guys now, after I get off here, go to your window or your door and just see little black-eyed child? It's all your fault if they do. It is not. It is half my fault if they do. Blair, if they do. We all saw that shadow in Choff's window. I know we all saw it. They're already in Choff's house. They're already there. You know, guys, just make sure you don't let them in. You know, don't talk to them. Don't acknowledge them. Kind of like what you would do to a kid if the kid was throwing a temper tantrum. You don't acknowledge it. You know, you just let them do their thing. You let those black-eyed children do their thing. Oh my gosh, Choff. Oh my God. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Uncover Paranormal with Blair Woods and special guest Choff. Thank you again, Choff, for being in the box tonight. If you guys haven't favorited him, please do so. Thank you for the falling leaves, Joe. This week we went over Black-Eyed Children. Tune in next week, Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to find out what we are doing next week and who we are featuring as a guest next week. I hope that you guys have so many nightmares. If you guys encounter a black-eyed child tonight or any night throughout this Halloween eve, and well, I guess it's not eve yet, but this Halloween week, please do tell me. I want to know. I want to know all about it. Get pictures, because all we have, you know, again, are just these pictures to go off of, and they're not necessarily wrong, but they're not right. So very curious, you know. Get out your camera, do a TikTok with the black-eyed child. Actually, if they're there, just go ahead and do the TikTok through the window. Like, it's fine. Just go ahead and get it. Just be like, hey, we need evidence of you for Blair, and we also want to go viral on TikTok. So just do a TikTok. You're welcome. By the way, if they come visit you, because you're going to go viral on TikTok for sure if you post a video with a black-eyed child. So with that being said, do not forget to tune in next week, Wednesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to hop off just for a bit and kind of recoup and try to check all my windows and doors to make sure that they're all locked and closed. I advise you guys to do the same so that black-eyed children don't get in here, you know. And I really hope that you guys have a wonderful night. I will be back on in just a little bit, but for now, This was Uncover Paranormal with Blair Woods. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys were scared and spooked out and ready for next week's spooky story. And I hope you guys have a very safe Halloween as well. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you.